Okay, our meeting has now started, and I want to welcome each and everyone who has come for the meeting. Okay, so we are going to have the agenda. Let me first share the agenda here, and then we shall be embarking on it. Yeah, so we are having a general assembly. So it is good for us to discuss, to have an assembly, just like we'd have in a school situation, so that you can get feedback and also hear from you and also hear from us, so that the program can move smoothly. Yeah, so that's why we are having this. And this is our agenda for today. This is going to be our agenda for today. This is our brief agenda. Okay, so this is our brief agenda. So we are going to be having an opening prayer. We're going to have the national anthem. We rarely sing the national anthem, but in education, national anthem is encouraged because it is one of the things that learners need to know. Yeah, so we are going to have the national anthem. Then after that, we shall have okay, I hope let me first stop this sharing here, and I share again the slideshow. I think I'm sharing everything here. Yeah, so from there we shall proceed, and we look at we get the communication from the organizing team, and then we shall have a teacher who is going to share with us about the role of a parent in an e-learning environment. Then we shall have sensitization about the new forms of assessment. The teachers have some new forms of assessment. Then we shall have feedback from the parents, and then shall have reactions and concluding remarks. Yeah, so I've been taking time so that members can join in, and then we can be able to proceed. Now I'm going to request one of our students who knows the national anthem. I want to challenge a student who knows the national anthem, all the 3 stanzas. Hey, you put up your hand if you know the national anthem and you can sing. We are going to unmute you and you sing for us. There is Elijah Jesse Lubega. Do you know the national anthem? Okay, before Elijah, do you know the national anthem?
Yes.
You know the national anthem, eh?
Yes.
But your volume is a bit low, so you will come near you are 2 of you, eh? Okay, one of you is going to first give us a prayer. One of you gives us a prayer, and then the other one. Then after that, you start the national anthem.
Our Father, who's in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom comes, may your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Don't lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. May the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. So, can you lead us into the national anthem?
Okay. Oh, Uganda, Budaku, we lay our future
in thy hand.
Now.
United we
for liberty
together we okay. Let us second the second one.
Uganda, land of freedom, our love and labor we give. And with neighbors all at the country's calling peace and friendship will live.
Okay, the final one.
Oh,
Uganda, the land that feeds us by side, but our souls grow. For our dear land, we shall always stand up. Just a mind.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Elijah, and everyone who managed to join in the anthem. Yeah, it's good that we have the spirit of patriotism, but also I think we shall also sing the East African anthem as we conclude, because it's also one of the things we need to know by heart. Okay, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, so at this time, we are going to be looking at some communication from the organizers, and we are having Mr. Benedict Sazi, the president of the Christian School Owners Association. Then we are also going to be having Mr. Dennis from Edify, and then I will represent ICT Teachers Association. Yeah, so the organizations which are running and supporting this bachelor program. Yeah, so that is what we are going to be looking at. Yeah, so maybe briefly, let me just give some few remarks. Yeah, so we are having these lessons. We had the first phase of these lessons, which was for 6 weeks. And after the 6 weeks, we had a break of only 1 week. Yeah, we had a break of only 1 week. So the lessons have been going on now for another 2 weeks. So now this week makes it the 8th week of lessons. I don't know how many of the learners have been attending all the 8. Every day we get new learners, and there are some who never joined us after the other phase. Either they don't know that lessons are resumed, or they are not in the new platforms that we set up. We set up some new platforms for this bachelor training, for this bachelor phase. We are having new Google Classrooms. We are having new WhatsApp groups, and we are also having we are having new Google Classrooms, and we have new WhatsApp groups. And also we introduced some new lessons, and the Zoom links changed a bit. So there could be some who could be still lost in the old ones when they have not yet joined the new platforms. Yeah, but one thing that we want to request you is always check on the website of the Christian School Owners Association. You always get the latest timetable. So when you go to this website, you will always find where there is join e-class at the top. Then you'll be able to scroll through. You will see the timetable, always the latest. And the latest timetable has this word final. So if you're having a copy which doesn't have that word final, this one here, then it may be somehow, maybe when there are some changes that are not there. But that is one thing that you should know. Follow the right timetable, and we shall be able to move together. So we want to thank the parents who have supported the children to continue studying and continue joining in the lessons. Yeah, so in this new phase, when we started, we added on entrepreneurship, we added on ICT in A-level, mathematics. Yeah, so we added on some subjects there. So we have all the compulsory subjects at O-level and also the core subjects at A-level. So we are having all those. And the Zoom links are here. These are the latest Zoom links that you're supposed to use. Then we also have these WhatsApp groups. In the other phase, WhatsApp groups were full. So we decided to create some WhatsApp groups to continue. These WhatsApp groups are just for, like for example, for this meeting, we just sent a notification through the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp groups, so it would be easy for you to join in the classes and be part of the classes. Yeah, so we should be able to use all these platforms well. There are some people who join several. You come here and you click on baby, join P1. You are one person and you are filling up space for other parents and other children. So join only one where your learner is. Yeah, so we have the WhatsApp groups and they are set up and they are all here. They are all having the class. These are the new ones, but also we have the old ones. So if you're in the old one, it's fine. You don't have to join the new one. So we have the old one, which we're calling online class. Yeah, the old ones, we're calling them online class. That is the first phase. So we didn't want to confusion, we wanted to separate them. So if you're in the old one, which is called online class, it's fine, just stay there. You don't have to join the other one because the same message we send this side, and the other one is for those who may not have joined the other one. So you join one of the two. So what is here are the new ones because the other old ones were full. Yeah, so you just touch, you go to the website of Christian School Owners Association, you search for it on Google, you'll see it. It is the ncsu.org, and you touch a button here to join a group. Now we also have the Google Classrooms. So yesterday a parent called me asking, hey, I'm in the Google Classroom. The lesson is, I'm not seeing the lesson. Now the lesson started. I'm in the Google Classroom. A parent expected that the lesson is in the classroom. But the lessons are not in the classroom. The classrooms are just having the classwork. The classwork, where children hand in the books where the parents mark. So if you go and touch that link, it will take you inside the class. So here I'm joining now, baby class. Yeah, so you should be able to join. So when you join, you click on classwork and you'll be able to see all the work that the parents, that the teachers are uploading. For example, you will find their notes, baby nursery reading lesson. So you find some notes that the teacher has uploaded. So every end of lesson, you always find the lesson there, which the teacher has uploaded for you. So you should do, this is where the work is posted for you, the e-learning system. Then we have an assignment, you open. Teachers have started giving assignments of different kinds. Last phase, we were having these exams, which are in this format only, but now we have also started setting interactive assessments where learners fill in and it marks automatically. So you'll be seeing some of those in some of the classes. Yeah, we shall expound on that later. Let me not go into it now. So the Google Classroom has the exercises and the assignments and the notes. Then the Zoom is one which has the live interaction. Then also we are having the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is also linked here. The YouTube channel is in case you missed, maybe you are joining today and the lessons have been going on. You touch this link to the YouTube channel and it will take you to the YouTube channel where all the lessons are put as a backup. Just like now, this general meeting is live on YouTube. So in case a parent has missed the general meeting, you can go there and he watches. So when you reach here, you can subscribe to the channel. So here I'm unsubscribed. You can subscribe to it so that you get a notification when information is posted. Yeah, and the YouTube channel is organized in playlists. So you can click on playlists and then you go to a particular section. If you are a parent of primary 2, click on primary 2, and then you'll be able to see all the lessons that the teachers have been covering there. So you can be able, a child can, even if we missed the Zoom, maybe power was off, you can be able to get the lessons and then you can be able to watch, to catch up with what the teacher taught, and then you go to Google Classroom and you do the work. Yeah, so we also have the e-learning platform, another e-learning software called Colibri, which is having more comprehensive materials which are compiled for home study. So when you click on that link, all those links are on the Christian School Owners Association, one-stop point. So when you go to Colibri, this is where we shall be putting additional materials. They are down here, but also you can check out the other channels. So we put here the textbooks. For example, you are a teacher of you want the book we put books, we put compiled materials, we put a lot of work here for you to be able to get more work. For example, I'm seeing here a book. I'm seeing a book here, Advanced Level Physics by Roger Lancaster. So there are some materials which we are putting here, which is like the library now, the library. Yeah, so you can get here and you download the books and the other materials we are putting on that channel, on the Colibri platform. So the objective of this program, please don't forget, is not intending to make money, and we are not going to ask money now here in this session. It is sponsored by Edify, who are working together with the Christian School Owners Association to continuously engage the learners, so that the learners they don't just stay at home watching TV. They keep reminding themselves of whatever they are doing. And if you are very serious with your learner as a parent, your learner was in P1 in 2020, and the lockdown came. 2020 ended. He never went back. When he was about to go back, the second lockdown came. 2021 is also over. 2 years have passed. Your learner was in P1. If you can really try to make sure that you struggle and make sure that this learner gets something. When schools reopen, you can, and you take that learner to the school and he passes the interview for P2. I think the school can allow him. If he is already knowing everything, all the P1 work is covered. So you have done the work as a homeschooling parent. You have helped your learner to get these concepts. He has got he has learned these lessons. And I think once you talk to your school and they give him the interview and if he passes, I think the school will allow him to go to the second next. If he has been sitting for 2 years, he should be in P3. So I think they cannot allow him to go to P2 instead of repeating P1. So, but we are not saying that you are going to get a report from here that you are going to take it that they promote your child. What you are getting is the knowledge, and it's that knowledge which is going to promote your child, which is going to stand and show that your child is really gaining from this project. Okay, so I want to stop here for now, and I call Mr. Benedict. I don't know whether he's on. Mr. Benedict starts from the Christian School Owners Association. You can add on and talk to the parents. Then after that, we are going to be going and talk about more about the role of the teacher, of the parent as a homeschooling parent. Mr. Saz. Mr. Saz, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay.
Good
So
evening,
the parents are
everyone.
on. Okay.
I wish to welcome all of you, our beloved parents and our learners. Dear our parents and learners, kindly join me and we extend a vote of thanks to ITAO, an organization that has organized special qualified, experienced teachers who are engaging all our learners in this lockdown. May I thank Rogers and your team. Thank you so much for being there for our parents, for our learners, for this exercise, really, it has been a success. Dear parents, also, let us thank our partner Edify, that has really funded this training. Edify, the entire staff of Edify, thank you so much for sparing resources to see that our learners in this lockdown, they are able to learn. May the Almighty God bless Edify, the Almighty God bless Itao. A message to our parents. I wish to thank all the parents who are on in this meeting. Thank you so much that you have spared the money for buying MBs, and also some of you sacrificing your mobile phones for the children to see that they are able to learn. Some parents have already given up as far as learning is concerned. So thank you so much for allowing our children to learn. For the children, also thank you for who have really dedicated your time to learn. Thank you so much. I know some of you, your parents give you phones, MBs, and instead of learning, you're just looking for other things. But for all of you who have dedicated this time and you are able to learn, you have attended all the lessons, thank you so much. Dear colleagues, allow me also to share with you that the Christian School Owners Association, our head offices are in Naguru, and the association is for all proprietors, all school owners of Christian schools. And this association is not only for school owners or teachers, but also for parents and the children like you. You are the children, you are the future Uganda. You must be a member of this association. And also I'm encouraging parents to come together as a family to see that we also have representatives, all coordinators from the parents, to see that you can also come on board on this association. I know if we are one family, the parents, the learners, the school owners, the partner organization like Itao and the Edify, we are able to transform this world, we are able to transform this nation. And as Christians, I encourage you to continue educating our children to grow with a Christian heart, to grow with God, to have God in their hearts. Many of these young ones, if they grow with God, we shall have a godly nation. And once we educate this nation without God, we shall be training clever devils. So dear parents, I thank you for training our children, but also continue training them to be God-fearing children, to know the values and the virtues and the ethics of God and Jesus Christ, who is our role model. I would wish and love to see one day having all the learners, having an association for the learners, for the children in this nation when they are one. And also I would be happy one day, one time, to see that all the parents and they are all under our association and you are strong. Do you know that if really parents were one voice, you had one voice, you'd be able to share with this government about what you are going through in this lockdown. You'd be able to share with this government what our children are going through. The government at the moment has not taken a serious step because they have not heard what you are saying. But our generation, our children are getting spoiled. Our young children are getting married, are becoming pregnant, and men are leaving at school because of this long lockdown. So if you were one strong body, you would be able to engage the government and the government would be able to listen to you. But because you are scattered, the government is taking the advantage. You should borrow from the border people. If anything happens to border, they are able to come up and support one another and come up with a stronger voice and a team. So even you parents, I'm encouraging you to come together and form a very strong association of parents from all our Christian schools in this Uganda. If we have this body, we shall be able to help, we shall be able to transform this nation, we shall be able to advise the government, we shall be able to give the government our voice. But at the moment, We don't have this forum. So use this association very well. And also, this association has got friends who are ready to work with you. Even, do you know that you are seated on gold? We are seated on money. If as parents, you had put the resources together, do you know that it would help also more children who are there, who are not going to school? Look at this opportunity. If you are able to pay fees for your learners, there are some children who are vulnerable, who cannot afford even school fees. I'm looking at myself. My parents were not able to pay for me my fees. I used to struggle and look for my fees. Kind people helped me. And I'm what I am because of kind people. So I'm also encouraging you parents who are here. Please learn also to give. As Edify has given us resources to see that your children are able to learn, please learn also to give back. Look at how much money would you be paying if you were to pay, as some other organizations are charging online learning. How much would it be if you are paying fees? Look at some schools which are charging online learning now. The cheapest school is charging 30,000 a week. But Edify has put aside for your children so that they are able to learn without paying any money. So don't take this help for granted. Really, Edify has sacrificed. So if Edify has supported us, if Edify has helped us, learn also to help those who are in need. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. May God bless you. I wish you a wonderful session. And also, I encourage you to invite all other learners who didn't know this opportunity. Can you, dear parents, share this information with your neighboring parents that yes, there is an opportunity that is going on. There is an opportunity of online learning, which is fully sponsored by Edify and which is fully sponsored by our Christian School Owners Association, which is also sponsored with the TAO. So, dear parents and dear children, we want to see every learner in Uganda now that is able to learn. That at this moment, if you can afford some money for MBs, let them study online. And for those who are not able to reach online, we are also having offline content for those vulnerable ones, those who cannot afford to learn online. As I talk, I'm going to another district to see that they get these materials. So for those children who are not able to learn, we shall also be sending you some work online. Share this work with the children who cannot afford to have a smartphone, those who cannot afford to have MBs. Because I have some experience. Some children, their parents have smartphones, but they cannot leave them at home. And even those who can leave them at home, they may not be able to raise money for airtime or for MBs. So if you have this information, share it with your colleagues, share it with your neighboring parents, share it with your neighboring children, so that they also gain from this offer, so that they also learn. May God bless you all. I remain Sars Benedict, the president of the Christian School Owners Association. May God bless you all.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sazi, for that message. Yeah, actually, I wanted to show the parents here. There is this photo. Yeah, there is this photo here which I've just downloaded, where when you people were supplying these materials, these self-study materials here to the various schools. Because we have been hearing saying, hey, now you see some of us. Yeah, so members, this is the Mr. Sazi. Mr. Sazi who has been speaking here, and this is Mr. Godfrey Okolovi from Edify. We have also decided to print some materials which are being sent to partner schools. These schools are the ones, so they can be able to, learners can pick some materials from their schools and they do reading. Even those who can't join us on Zoom, Edify and Christian School Owners Association are thinking about them. Yeah, so that is something that is very interesting. Yeah, so I just want to pick only one person, because Mr. Saz may be going, only one person whom I saw putting up a hand, and that was Walusimbi Hope. Walusimbi Hope. Okay. we are going to be having, yes, Walsim, we hope you put up a hand. Did you have a question? Okay. Okay, it's fine. I think the people who put up hands never just put up for the sake. You can let me open up the chat. If you have any question, you can put it. Let me put it in the chat. You can put the questions there. We shall react to them later on as we close. So right now, the chat is open. One of the reasons why we close the chat is a security measure. Some people get these links when they are not really intended beneficiaries. So they come and they can post anything in the chat. So we are very strict, making sure that the chats, sometimes we restrict it to only the admins to see, such that our children are safe when they are in the lessons. Okay, so we can open it at particular intervals and get the feedback, and then we can close it. So if you have any question or anything, you can post it in the chat. We shall be able to respond to it at the end. Okay, now also Edify, someone from Edify is going to be coming in later on. At this time, I want to invite teacher Joel Maluma. He's going to be telling us more about the supervisory role of an e-learning parent. Teacher Joel.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Rogers. The team from Edify Uganda, Christian School Owners Association, Uganda, ICT Teachers Association of Uganda, admins, teachers, parents, and learners. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Teacher Joel Malma. I teach primary 1, 2, and 3, English and Literacy 2. I'm so happy to join you today in this assembly, and allow me to use this opportunity to give a vote of thanks to the parents for the support you are doing, giving these learners the opportunity to have lessons with us. We are so grateful about that. We know we shall all benefit at the end of it. Our learners are not going to remain the same. At this point of time, allow me to share with you about the role of a parent in an e-learning program. It is my pleasure to talk about this. And first and foremost, among the roles, parents, it is your role to get the gadget or provide the child with a learning device. This can be a laptop, can be a smartphone, can be a tablet, anything that the child can use to get connected to us. Thank you so much. You have done that, and we are so grateful. Then role number 2, it is upon you to register the child for this e-learning program. And we are much aware that for you, you have done so. And just like you have heard from the president of Christian School Owners Association, some schools are charging 30,000 per week. But with us here, we want to thank so much Edify Uganda that is funding this program. Our program is free of charge, but it takes your role to register the child, though it is free of charge. How do you register? By joining the Zoom sessions. We have the Google Classrooms and other platforms. There, we get in touch with you. Role number 3 is now upon you to provide internet bundles to the child, such that the child can learn each time the lesson is there. We are so grateful about you. You are doing so. And we believe our learners are not missing lessons because of that. Thank you so much, parents. Please, we urge you to go ahead with the support. In some cases, it might be issues to do with network coverage. At times, our learners miss out these lessons, but we are so glad that you do as much as possible to get the learners join us during the live sessions. Role number 4, it is about giving technical support to the learners. Our program being an online program which is driven by some technical skills, someone must be computer literate, and even just the controls of Zoom need some prior training. So this is your role also to see that the child is taken through the Zoom controls. Some of you parents, you complain that we don't give the opportunity to the child to share with others in the class. But the fact is, we as teachers, we try our best. But this one is at those ones who raise up their hands. So in case the child doesn't know that I have to raise up the hand so that the teacher can get to know that I need to say out something, it becomes difficult for us to allow such a child to share with others in class. So please, parents, give technical support to the learners. Show them how to unmute. Show them how to mute. Putting off video. When we are in class, we don't need the videos on. Others have got profile pictures which are not good. Still, all this, we need you parents to give learners this kind of technical support. Even renaming. You find a child when has joined, but the name is Tekino. It sounds so awkward. We would love to call that child by the name. So please, this is under technical support. Number 5, allow me to talk about checking the assignments. In Google Classroom, we give activity every end of the lesson, but you may find a class has over 200 learners and only 50 turn is in the work for marking. And in other classes, the number is even very low to like 20, 30. So we urge you parents, take up this role also. Check if assignments are done. Lastly, allow me to talk about the role of monitoring the use of the device. Some of our learners, actually this is an observation that we made. Some learners keep joining after the lesson has ended, let's say even at night, just because our Zoom lines are open, we don't close them. So learners join in, and as they log in, they start their discussions when the teacher is not there. And our worry is they may start discussing and sharing, let's say, pornography, which is not good. We shall be counted responsible, yet at that time, according to the timetable, there is no lesson that is meant to be going on. But just like a classroom can remain open, learners can keep discussing even though the teacher is not there. So we request you parents to take up this role to monitor the use of the device by the child. Some have smartphones, others are using tabs and laptops, but they keep joining in at any time, and they may share things when we are not aware. We don't need to close the Zoom lines. It is good, but just monitor how are the learners using them. Some get to the WhatsApp groups and they start sending in irrelevant messages. We don't need discussions in the WhatsApp groups. So if time for learning is over, you may either keep the gadget, or if the child is to continue using it even after lessons, please monitor that child and talk to them. Let them not share things which are outside the area of coverage as per our program. I would love to share with you a lot, but in the interest of time, allow me to stop here. I hope I've been clear. Learners, thank you so much for the work you are doing. We are so proud of you. Keep on, but please, as I have mentioned, take note of the do's and the don'ts. Things we don't want, drop them aside. Then with learning, I give you a tick. Attempt all the questions, turn in for marking. Where you need support, ask mommy, ask daddy, or any person who is there to support you. Where you fail, come to the WhatsApp group of your class. Send in your concern. We are there to share with you and help you overcome that challenge. Thank you so much for listening to me. Once again, I'm Teacher Joel Malma.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Teacher Joel, for that very passionate call. So please, parents, because of this e-learning, maybe before this e-learning program, you used not to overgive your child the phone. The phone was yours. But because of this e-learning, you have been forced to buy data and you give the learner the phone many times. Don't just leave the learner with the phone. After the lesson is over, remove the phone. Otherwise, if you leave the learner with the phone, the learner will, even if he's not in our Zoom lines, he will go to the internet and do other things. So do monitor your children. Now we are I'm seeing a lot of questions in the chat asking about assignments. And I'm going to share something here about assignments. You see, when we did the first phase, we were looking at assignments, and we had basically two types of assignments. We had basically one type of assignment, but now I'm going to be showing you other kind of assignments that the teachers have started creating. So it is your role as a parent to guide your learner. Your learner is in nursery. The learner doesn't know how to do the assignment. You are the one supposed to learn. As a parent, you are supposed to know how the assignment, where the assignment is, and then you guide the learner. So we are having this app called Google Classroom. This app here, we have been talking about it several times. So you have to go and install that Google Classroom. But also we are adding on another app. It's known as Google Docs. This app here is called known as Google Docs. So if you don't have it, from today, we are going to request you to also install it, because some of the assignments are going to require you to have that app. So you will go to what we call Play Store, and then you search for Docs. Now, these Docs can allow you to fill in documents and just submit without you scanning with the camera. So you search for Docs, this one, it's called Google Docs. So you search for it and you also install it. So we are going to be using it. So I'm going to show you how you are going to use it. So when you go to your Google Classroom, for example, here I'm in classroom of P5. Under the classwork, you'll find a lot of work the teachers are putting. So you'll see several assignments. For example, there's this one. This one was a simple assignment. Let me see. Yeah, these ones here, the teacher was asking for just PDFs Yeah, there is one here. It's saying select the answer from the given list. So this one is a form. The learner is not supposed to fill in a book. He's not supposed to copy in the book and then take a picture like we have been doing here. The learner is supposed to come here and say, I'm Alex, and then he reads the question, he can do his working, and then he selects the answer. He reads the question, do working, select the answer. So the learner is supposed to just touch and then submit, and then it is going. Some people are saying, someone was saying, I'm not seeing my marks. The thing is even going to mark you immediately, and it's going to give you your marks. So this is going to be is going to be interactive. So here I've got 4 out of 8. You see? So this one here is an interactive quiz. So teachers are setting these kind of questions. They mark the learner immediately. Where the learner has passed, the learner gets immediate feedback, and also there is feedback there. So this is using Google Forms. So you should know not all assignments the teachers are giving are for copying in the book and then you take a picture. The way we have been doing. So we have been seeing some teachers, some children, they are taking a picture. But that is not what we are supposed to do. Okay, now I'm going to disable the chat because I'm seeing some children. You see, parents, you are not monitoring your children. It is a general assembly, but children are chatting and they are only singing. So let me disable the chat. I'll enable it later. So those are the challenges we have with e-learning, and we have to keep monitoring. What is your role as a parent? Are you just leaving the child to do his things? You gave him the phone, you put for him data, that's all. For you go for work. You should have a way of monitoring your children and helping them to do the right thing. So this is another kind of assignment. This one is given in the PDF. So here, the learner just has to just fill in the book, do the work in the book, and then after doing the work, this is he just copies. Now this is the other old format which we used. This is the old format which we used in the previous phase. So a learner copies these things. After he has finished copying them, he does the work, and then there is this part of add work, and a learner can decide to use the scanner. So this is what we were teaching you. Then after that, you can open his work where he has done, and then he takes a photo of the work. This is what we were teaching you last time. There is also this crop tool, which you can crop and make sure that his work is well captured. And you can add the second page. So the second page, also you can fill in if this is the second page, he takes, you see, and then he has that, and he can still crop. You see, it has taken half of if I want the entire page, I can be able to crop it. Yeah, so this was the second kind of assignment, second way of doing the assignments, and it is actually the first way because it's what we did we're doing last time. Then you can save. So when you do this kind of work is common, and still teachers will set this way because not all exams will set in the same way. Some exams will set. You have to write in the book, and then you scan, and then you submit. Then you click on turn in, and then it is going to turn in that work, and the teacher is going to mark. Now, when the teacher marks, the results are going to appear here on Google Classroom still. When you come back, you'll see up here, it will be telling you that the work has been graded, and the learner has got maybe 40% or 50%. The teacher will put there the mark. Yeah, so this one shows that you have turned in the work. Okay, now there's the other way of editing, not scanning, but editing live the document. So I'm seeing this, you see, this is all in P5. Different teachers are setting differently. So Hello. So here in this kind of assessment, if you find this kind of assignment where there is something like a template here, and then there is your name here, the instructions are saying give one word for a group of words. That's what is there. But this kind of assessment is one which requires Google Docs. So what you do, if you find already when there is your work and there is something there, you open that thing which has your name. So it is going to open in this way. So this is a document you can edit. At the top, there is a pencil and then there is this arrow. So you click on this arrow in the corner. Now it is going to open this in Google Docs app. It is going to use the other app I told you. So here what you have to do, you just have to come here and you just type your name. You don't even need to copy it in a paper or anywhere. It is in edit mode. You can be able to come here and you say I'm Rogers, or I'm called Annette. You see? Annette Nakato. Give one word for a group of words. I start answering here direct. I'm just using my phone. If your child has a tablet, we are going to be setting it in such a way that a learner can easily fill in. Yeah, so a judge in a lower court. I don't know whether I don't know the answer. I don't know if there is any who can help me. Is it magistrate? I don't know. So let me just put that. So this is my answer. I can even underline it. I can bold it. You see? A body of people who are presented, so I can say judge, I can be able to fill in the answers here, the answers accordingly. So these ones are going to be set in such a way that you can fill in your answers accordingly. So after you have filled in your answers, you see, you click on, at the top, there is this tick. So when you click on that tick, it means it has saved your work, and then you can be able to close. So it has finished. Then you just turn in. So once you turn in like that, your work is going to be turned in, submitted. The work that you have done is going to be turned in. And when the teacher at the other side logs in, the teacher is going to see the work with even your name, Annette Nakato, there, and is going to mark. So we are now having 3 ways of how we are going to be setting assignments for now. There are other ways as well. We are having the normal examination format. We have the forms like this one, and we also have the Google Doc, which you just fill in. Yeah, so we are introducing these technologies one step at a time. So as a parent, please try to guide your learner. Most of the learners are not doing the assignments. Most of the learners are not doing the assignments on Google Classroom. So there I've been using a phone. Let me also try to do the same thing using a computer. Let me just try to use a computer here, and then for those who are using a computer. And I think there is also something else. So I'm in baby class. So here, this one is saying, please download the assignment and give the learner to write the learner's name on the assignment page. So this one was a simple, this one is the normal one, which you download and you print, the learner fills in and you take a picture and you submit. Or your learner, if you don't have a printer, the learner just copies in the book. We are having, so this is what was being given in here. This is in baby class. I don't think there is any here which is for filling in using a form. Yeah, all these ones were downloading and submitting. Let me try to go to another class and I show you. So if it is, let me go to P5. So when you are using any of these, if you're using a computer, there are assignments which you not need to write. You just open on Google Classroom, do from there, and then you go ahead and what? And you go ahead and you. So for example, there is this one. So this one is a Google Doc. So you should know PDF, Google Form, Google Doc. This is a Google Doc. So here, just fill in. This one I don't have to copy in the book. This one I just fill in, then I answer the similar like the other one which I did on phone. So if I'm using a computer, I can do. If I'm using a phone, I can do. Then I submit. This is just objectives for filling in. So they can set this in SST, in all these other subjects. You see, he has given me the mark, and I have my questions there. So we have these kinds of interactive exercises. Then also we have the other ones where it is supposed to be edited live. It is supposed to be edited using Google Doc. Yeah, so that one also, let me try to show it. Let me see whether I have one here. Okay, let me try to go back. Let me try to go back and demonstrate with using the other one, which I used earlier. Okay, let me try to go to P4. Okay, so for me here, I'm enrolled in all these classes, so I can be able to see. So you go under classwork, and you'll be able to see the assignment. You'll be able to see the assignment. This one here is this one. You'll be able to see the assignment. This is a PDF. This is a Word document. Okay, so I don't know. Let me see which one is in that format which I want. Yeah, there's this one which is Google Doc. Let me try this one. Okay, this one is a Google Doc, but it is not in the format which I want. Let me see. Okay, let me do this. Let me go back to P6. So we have not done a lot of this, but we wanted to introduce this to you so that you can be able to know how to move around Google Classroom and how to do some of these assignments. Okay, so here we have the PDF. The PDF are the normal ones which you just open and type in the book. So we have those ones which are 4. So all these ones, if your child has not been doing these assignments here, this one here also, the teacher, if you don't see this side where there is your work, the other which I want here, you'll see something here. You'll see something here which has the word your work. And then what you'll do, you just edit it. But here there is nothing like your work. That means you just have to add. Yeah, so that one is not the one which you edit. Where you see where there is your work and I'll put something there already. Okay. Let me see my teachers. Which one did we do? Okay, I think all these ones are in the other normal format of PDF.
Maybe you can go back to P5.
P5, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so let me go to P5, because the main thing was to show the parents the different formats of how we are setting this so that they can know how to attempt. Yeah, so P5, I try which subject? Which subject can I try? Okay, so this is P5. Okay, I see the quizzes. The quizzes I've shown them. The quizzes you just fill in. If it is a quiz, you just fill in. How do you call a female goat? And you answer. That's the name of how do you call a female goat? Do I know how a female goat is called? Name any one product. Goat from goats. Yeah, I think Mr. Kenya who has been teaching about goats.
Very good.
Farming.
Yes.
You don't.
Yes.
Miss Teacher Tony.
Yes, please, Rogers.
I'm challenged by your quiz here.
A female goat is called a nanny goat. A nanny goat.
A nanny, eh?
Yes.
So even the parents are in trouble, actually.
Then the product you can put milk.
Milk. The term kid, that is a young one, eh?
Yes, a kid is a young one of a goat.
Okay. So you can, a child can be able to fill in here. Yeah, but I was looking for one which is for editing using Google Doc. That's one I want to demonstrate, and then we end this particular segment, and then we get feedback from the parents, and then we wind up with the meeting. So other teachers, please, you come in with in the reactions area after the parents have given us some feedback, and then the DOS and other teachers, you come in the reactions, and then we shall be winding up. Okay, so I'm seeing one here. Yeah, so I'm seeing this one here. So this learner has already filled in. So this was already in, but this one was edited whereby. So there are some which we have been setting whereby all learners can edit, but we have changed. Each learner is going to be editing his own. So I think some learners have been seeing that where you find all other learners have already put answers. This is going to change. Each learner is going to, you are not going to see that again. So each learner is going to be getting his own copy, and then we shall be able to edit accordingly. So basically that is it. There is one which I edited last time, but I'm not seeing it. A-level and the lower primary, I don't know if we have tried. I've been concentrating on these classes here. I don't know in O-level and A-level how the assessment has been going. But we're using the same tools, and we want the learners to be very, very active in the way they are doing all this work. So this is the send one. So the instructions have to be clear, and we should be able to do what we need to do. So we are going to improve on how we are setting these. Any challenges that we are meeting along the way, we are together in these challenges. So parents, you now know where to get the work. The work is on Google Classroom. There are several exercises. We keep putting there exercises for different classes. So after a lesson, there is some kind of exercise which is being put. In senior 2, in senior 1, in senior 3, there is always an exercise that is being put. So we should be able to help the learners to try to do them. So there is an assignment for history, senior 2. There is assignment for geography. There are notes, presentations. All the work is there on Google Classroom. So the Google Classroom is the place where you'll find the work that learners are supposed to use. Okay, so it's okay. Let me end here on this. Maybe when I see what I want to demonstrate, I'll come in later. Okay, so at this time, because of time, we are going to make some short video showing what we have been talking about here. We are going to get some small video which we are going to share in the WhatsApp group, clearly summarizing what we have been saying regarding using Google Docs and using the Google Forms and everything. So we are going to do that, and we expect that we shall improve in the way we are using and doing the assignments. So our time has gone. At this time, I'm going to open it up. So our agenda, we are going to be having feedback Yeah, so we are going to get feedback from the parents. Then from there, we are going to get some reactions from the teachers, and then we shall be winding up within a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to give only 4 parents. Then I'm going to read the chat, messages in the chat, the messages which were posted in the chat. Yeah, so I'm going to give a chance to only 4 parents, and those ones who have put up their hands. There is Muganzi Rich. There is Georgina. Yes, Mr. Muganzi?
Yes, teacher.
Hey, this is a student. Yes, you can give us feedback.
I wanted to know how we can use Google Docs.
Hey, so I've already demonstrated that, and we are going to send a video. If you have not understood it, we are going to send a video in the WhatsApp group, which you will follow, and you'll be able to understand it better.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, another person?
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm actually a parent to 3 children in this program. Baby class P2 and P3. The one in P3 is a special needs child, but we've engaged with Dr. Malma, and the classes are becoming interesting for her. My concern is on one of the documents shared. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that one where you have to respond. You don't have to print, you just type, and normally it's more like a multi-answer kind of question. When we attempted one of those exercises, we realized we got some of the answers wrong simply because we had put a full stop. And we're requesting that maybe on the different answers that are provided by the teachers, they should also include a full stop. For example, if it's saying how many legs does a cow have, and you say 4 legs, full stop, that was wrong according to the marking guide provided. So we are requesting that also answers with full stops are considered as correct answers. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for that feedback we have taken in. So those questions will require a teacher to think of all the alternatives, several alternatives that a learner will fill in. So even on our end, we have to make sure that we have done due diligence. Okay, thank you very much. Let us get another person. Navidian Nakato.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for the wonderful service that you're doing to us. My concern is about especially the multiple questions that the previous person has been talking about. Now, I have 2 kids in the same class. So how can they attempt, one attempting her own work in the same, using the same tab, because they are using one tab and they are 2. How can they attempt such questions, especially these of filling in, whereby they have 1 copy and they are supposed to use 1 tab? How can they attempt as each attempting her own questions?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So let me just show you something here. So what you are going to do, if you have 2 children,
yes,
and they're having the same tab, so you will come, you see up here,
yes.
Are you seeing on my screen?
Yes, I'm seeing your screen.
I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can even actually have 5 children using the same tab. So if you click and you only see 1, you click on add another account. You can create another email.
Okay.
It is easy, it takes just 2 minutes. So 1 learner attempts, then you switch. So Google Classroom allows you to switch accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, so you log in as Nakato, and then you do Then you switch and then the video also
log in
does.
as my video.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Let me get another hand. There is the Caesar.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. My concern is, for instance, if I have 3 children in different classes, and you said in the WhatsApp group you're not supposed to maybe join more than 2. So is that one possible for me to also join the different classes for those children? And the last question is, for how long is this program going to run of e-learning classes?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm going to answer the first. The second, we have Mr. Dennis Omario from Edify. He's going to tell us how long this program is going to run.
Okay.
Yeah, so so for the first one, what you do is you can join actually more than one class. If you are having a child in senior 3 and you have a child in senior in P4, so you can join the WhatsApp group of senior 3 and the WhatsApp group of P4, because teachers normally interact with the learners and they ask you questions. Yeah, so that is the one thing that you can do so that you can get the communication, and that is there. But don't join a group where you don't have a learner. Okay, so let me get to hear from, there is a menu, Joseph Paul. Meanwhile, Mr. Angela.
Yes, thank you.
First wait. I don't know whether Mr. Angela is on. I want after the questions, like 2 questions, I want someone to look through the chat and give some responses to what is there, a few reactions to what people are asking in the chat. Either Mr. Angela or Mr. Angela, are you there? Okay. Okay, first go ahead, Mr. Joseph.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Rogers. You are my mentor in the secondary level. I have also a concern with the P3 class. The concern is that sometimes the assignment is submitted, and the reflection of the assignment takes some like 3-4 days when it has not come back. So I don't know how best you are going to put it right so that it motivates a child. Now, once the assignment delays and it is not marked, it becomes a challenge. So thank you so much. Thank you, my mentor.
Okay, thank you. Actually, that's the reason why we are introducing some self-marking exercises as well. The teachers are setting the exams, they're attending the learners, they're using e-learning, their phones to mark. And sometimes we have 200 learners in some classes. So you can really understand when an exercise takes 4 days to come back. Yeah, but to solve this, we are introducing the self-marking exercise as well. And the teachers are going to continue striving to ensure that they can mark as much as possible. Yeah, so basically, that is all. I think that is all for the questions. I'm going to respond to a few from the chat. Maybe let me just ask my colleagues, the teachers, maybe let me not just be the one to respond to everything. The teachers, please. Mr. Dennis from Edify, are you set now?
Yes, Rogers.
Okay, maybe let me first get 2 teachers to give any other reactions, what they have seen in the chat, or any other feedback, any other reactions, and then you wrap it up. So let me get any teachers who are ready to give any additional feedback from to the parents, either questions in the chat or anything that you want us to say? Yes, Mr. Oswald.
Thank you, Rogers. And thank you everyone who has meant to attend this session. I've seen something in the chat whereby someone is asking, is this program beneficial to only the students and teachers of primary? And no, I think it cuts across. It is secondary and primary. All of them are beneficiaries. I think it is because Rogers, most of the classes you are using are from primary section. So he was wondering. So
Okay, thank you. Okay, any other feedback? Mr. Tony?
Yes, thank you, Rogers, and greeting to everyone who has endeavored to attend this meeting or this assembly. Now, I have only one concern concerning children who are scanning their work and turning in for marking. Sometimes they don't scan their work clearly. And then secondly, once they scan, some of the words are cut off during the process of scanning the work. So my request to parents or to the learners who are able to scan their work, please make sure that all the sentences are clearly seen so that the teacher can read and mark. When some words are cut off, it is very hard for us to give you the marks. That is the only concern I've seen, Rogers, in the once learners are turning in their work. So it is important for them to scan the work when everything is seen. For example, what you have displayed in the screen, the agenda that you have displayed, you find that every word is seen. But now this is a situation you find learners have scanned their work. When you come to communication from the organizing team, now instead of putting that bracket Etau Christian School Owners Association, you find some of those words are cut off. So that's my concern. Let them scan every word that they are turning in for marking. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for that feedback. Yeah, so actually, yeah, just I don't know if there's any other teacher. Teacher Larry as well once. Yes, maybe Teacher Larry finally. Miss Angela, I was not able to get him, I think. Yeah, then Mr. Dennis, and then we wind up. But there is something here which I was demonstrating earlier, which I was looking for an assignment, which is there, and I was not getting it. And there is one here. So if this is what we were teaching about Google Docs. So we are saying that you'll find assignments of different types. You'll find the quizzes, you'll find the PDFs, but there's this kind which is Google Docs. So if you see when it is showing this Google Docs, so that means that one there you are supposed to edit using Google Docs, and you need to use that app if you're using a phone. So if you click on view assignment, you will not see anything here. You will not see anything here. Normally the other assignments, you find the PDF here. You find the worker here and you download and then you do. But this time, you will find the work this side. So where you see where they put your work, already they have put for you your work. So for you, what you do, you just come and you click on this your work. So when you click on it, you're going to find there. So you'll be able to find there so in this case, okay, this one here, it was telling you to simply fill in the question, saying fill in the right answers. So you're going to find the questions inside here, and then you'll be able to type your answer. If they asked you to type an essay or a story or a letter, and then you go ahead and you type the letter. Yeah, so you can be able to go ahead, and then after that you click on this part of turn in. So that turn in is going to submit your work there. So the turn in is normally at the top there. This is where you find your turn in button here at the top. Yeah, so that is the new thing. See, we are going to, like I said, we are going to show you, we are going to make a video showing more on how you are supposed to do this kind of assessment. I think that is what is here. The other quiz which I did yesterday is not here, so it's fine. So something like that, you just edit and then you turn in from the top. We shall send more video on that. Okay, so this time, Teacher Larry finally, and then Mr. Dennis. Teacher Larry? Hello, Teacher Larry?
Okay, I'm here now. I have two concerns. First of all, thank you so much, everyone who is in attendance. I have two concerns or three for the parents. The first one is the discipline of your children during lessons. Even when we have delayed sometimes to mark, it is not intentional. It is maybe because we are busy, but the way someone asks for their work, teachers don't want to mark our work, and some of them start insulting us in the chat session. So please talk to your children. We are also working to help. So let us make sure that even what they post in the groups, right now I was looking at the chat and they were busy exchanging already in the chat. The same discipline is sometimes transferred to us. So please make sure you talk to your children. It's a good time for you to check on your child's discipline. Then most of us, the children, you have like 3 children using the same phone, and yet we are supposed to grade one person, or there's only provision for one child to be graded. So you'll find some are saying, I'm not seeing my work. So where are my marks? When they shared one form, or they took different pictures, and then on the different pictures, they put different names. There is no way I can give all of you marks at a go. So let us make sure we sign in with different emails. I think those are my concerns, the discipline and how to submit work. Someone already talked about half-cut work. That is what I have to say for today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Teacher Larry. And by the way, there are learners who are saying the work was in the work of the previous phase. Most of the work was marked and it was posted on the Google Classroom, but maybe you don't know where the work was posted. You had to go back to your Google Classroom where you submitted from. You would see there the returned script with the mark. So the work was marked, and you'll see it still in the Google Classroom. And also the teachers, they keep telling you where you are going to mark. But in this new phase, we are also having self-marking exercises. So those ones will also be helping you. Okay, we'll be giving you quick feedback and marking you immediately. Okay, Mr. Dennis, please, you can now take it away.
Yes, Rogers. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sorry, I'm in a car. We are coming back from Lego, from the field. Now, I just want to say thank you to all the parents who sacrificed their time to attend this meeting. And I want to say thank you on behalf of Edify to Itao for continuing to help the learners, guiding them and engaging them during this time. It is not a simple task. My advice to parents is that let's sacrifice our time and data. Let's sacrifice our phone, actually, not necessarily your time. For lower primary, you might have to sacrifice your time to supervise your kids as they learn. but for these other classes, please try and sacrifice your. These classes are for free. We are not charging you anything. So what you do, just the classes. You never know when they go back, when the schools reopen, they will go when they're not starting from scratch. They are starting from somewhere. So thank you so much on behalf of Edify. We are grateful that you are keeping your children busy and engaged right now, instead of them going to watch cartoons or going to hang out. At least they are in class, they are learning. So we just want to say thank you. Let us try and minimize the use of chats, WhatsApp group, because especially the upper classes, they tend to misuse the chats. So let's try to supervise them as parents. Also, teachers, if it is going out of hand, let us look for a different solution. That's or leave the group. We want everybody to study, and so we don't want anything offensive in the WhatsApp group, in the chat during lessons, or on the stream part of the Google Classroom. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for sparing time to attend this meeting and for allowing your children to be part of this program. God bless you all.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Dennis. So we really feel happy when we hear from Edify and the Christian School Owner Association, and we get assurance that we are moving on and we are continuing. And we also want to thank the parents for supporting the children. And our call is, please be in charge of the children at home. Try to make sure that they join the classes at the right time and they do their assignments. We are going to continue sensitization. I think we shall be having a general meeting every 2 weeks. So I think next week we shall not have one, but we shall have another one, the other Thursday. So that we continue. These meetings are for us to share with you, and you get to know what you're supposed to do accordingly. Yeah, so today we are doing a lot of patriotism. So we are going to have a closing prayer, but before we have the closing prayer, I want to get one student who is going to sing for us only one stanza of the East African Anthem. So if you know the East African Anthem, it is in Swahili. If you know it, you put up your hand. Achom Rosemary. Achom Rosemary, do you know the East African Anthem?
Yes, teacher.
Do you know the East African Anthem? Do you know it? Oh, Achom doesn't know. Nakata and Davide, do you know?
I know.
Huh?
I know it.
In which language is it?
In Kiswahili.
Okay, you lead us. You lead us in the East African Anthem.
Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki amani tutimize na malengo yetu yetu sote tuilinde tuadimike tuimarike
Okay, thank you very much. We shall sing only one stanza. We would have sung more, but maybe next time we shall sing more than one, but our time has gone. Thank you very much. And let us be patriotic citizens. So let us get another one who is going to give us, we're going to get another one who is going to give us a closing prayer. We want to get one who is going to give us a closing prayer. So if you want to give us a closing prayer, please put up your hand. Derek Mugisha.
Let us pray. Almighty King of glory, we thank you for today. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the gift of Edify and the partners of Edify. Father, we thank you for their generosity of teaching all of us through this time freely. May you bless them, and may you also bless the people who study in Edify. In your mighty name I've prayed. Amen.
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 Amen. So I think it's the end of our session, and I want to thank you for joining in. And I want to say bye-bye to each and every one.
Mr. Rogers, a book photo.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Next time. Bye.